Hey guys, welcome back to News to the Science, where we discuss comics, movies, games, and more. Here with more Spider-Man news. So, it was just reported from WeGotThisCovered.com that Matthew McConaughey has come close to joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, this isn't exactly brand new news, and this has really been speculation more or less for like the last 6 to 7 years during the era of the Amazing Spider-Man films. Because when we heard that Oscorp was going to be a part of the Amazing Spider-Man movies, at least the second one, people were already speculating and actually, I guess, fan casting Matthew McConaughey as Norman Osborn, Green Goblin. And I can understand why he would be a great choice. I mean, he's a pretty charismatic actor, so I'm pretty sure he'd be able to portray the villain just as well as Willem Dafoe was able to do. Before I get into all of that, I want to go ahead and ask you guys to go ahead and please subscribe. I've noticed that 51.2% of you guys are subscribed, watch my videos, and 48.6% of you who are not subscribed watch my videos. So go ahead and do me the biggest favor of all and click on the subscribe button so you can get the latest in comic book related content, movies, games, and more. I do live streams about 5 nights a week, starting between 8:30 and 9 p.m. Eastern time. Haven't been able to do them lately, only because there's been a flood of news lately, specifically surrounding Spider-Man in terms of games and movies and stuff like that. So the news on Spider-Man has been really heavy within the past week. And yeah, go ahead and do that for me. And lastly, join my Discord. We've got a lot of cool people there who talk about everything: comics, movies, games, everything. So I even share a lot of the content that I create on YouTube here on Discord. I keep in contact with my viewers. I chat with them all the time. Plenty of cool people there that you will meet. So yeah, don't be afraid. Join there. I'm sure everybody will welcome you with open arms. And with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and get back to the topic. We Got This Covered basically has this story. Matthew McConaughey rumored for Norman Osborn in Spider-Man 3. Matthew McConaughey has come close to joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe on a couple of occasions, most notably when he turned down the role of the villainous Ego in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, which led to Kurt Russell getting the part instead. You can easily imagine the Academy Award winner playing the character, though given that both he and Russell are undeniably charming and charismatic actors, more than capable of portraying individuals with a dark side. Of course, there were reports making the rounds last year that Marvel were going to try and secure his services once again. And the latest rumor is that the former shirtless rom-com fixture turned acclaimed dramatic talent is being eyed for the part of Norman Osborn in Spider-Man 3. The head of Oscorp has been frequently linked with debuting in the MCU, and given his connections to the web-slinging superhero, it would make perfect sense for him to show up as an adversary of Tom Holland's Peter Parker. So here's how Matthew McConaughey could look like in the MCU's Green Goblin. Now, the aesthetic is very familiar with a lot of MCU villains. They tend to have like all this like design and aesthetic look to them when it comes to villains, where they have like a lot of padding and armor, and armor on top of another set of armor with cloth. Like, the aesthetic of MCU villains are very similar, specifically like space villains such as Thanos and the Accuser and other villains. They all are pretty similar in design, and it's actually not a bad aesthetic. If not, it'd probably be the best. I can see that this concept art still follows and honors and pays homage to the original classic green and purple aesthetic in the comics. I haven't yet to see a very good like costume design of the Green Goblin, because the movies, say what you will, I mean, I thought the first Green Goblin design was extremely simple. A lot of people tend to say that the first design kind of looked like a Power Ranger villain, and it's honestly not my favorite design. However, the character itself was amazing. Willem Dafoe portrayed that character great. He portrayed that character with immense talent. He was extremely villainous. He definitely overpowered Spider-Man in that film, and he was just awesome. Now, if we can just get more of a costume that pays homage to the comics, that'd be fantastic. I mean, I've been actually Googling around a lot of cosplay. A lot of these cosplayers are very talented. They actually have a better aesthetic and look to the character of Green Goblin than the movies have ever been able to do. Like this guy, for example, I mean, I think he's a well-known cosplayer. He's been able to create the Green Goblin look perfectly. Like, it's got a modern twist to it, but still is honoring and paying homage to the character from the comics. So if we can get something like that, that's like my only wish. Once again, the performance is great, whereas the costume is not. I will definitely overlook it. That's pretty much my only wish, is to just get the aesthetic correct. Get it close to what it looks like in the comics. So that being said, Osborn has been also one of the many names touted to be the franchise's next Thanos level threat, where there's also a chance that Sony could play hardball in leasing the rights to the character to Marvel Studios, when they're clearly planning on the building to a Sinister Six movie in which the Green Goblin would presumably have a massive part. There already seems to be enough going on in Spider-Man 3 anyways without throwing Norman Osborn into the mix, following the potential game-changing news that Jamie Foxx would be back as the Amazing Spider-Man 2's Electro, while the involvement of Benedict Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange looks to be pointing in the direction of live-action Spider-Verse. As such, we'd advise taking this rumor with a pinch of salt for now. Still, there's no denying that McConaughey would be a great choice for the role, and I would definitely agree. There's definitely no denying that he'd be a great choice for the role. Now, as far as the Doctor Strange character in being involved in Spider-Man 3, my theory is that Doctor Strange would be the key to, I guess, wiping the memories of everyone on Earth who knows the identity of Spider-Man. I'm just saying, because eventually it happened in the comics where people forgot Spider-Man's identity when he revealed his identity back in Civil War in the comic books. I'm thinking that he'd be the key to wiping everyone's memory, and basically they'd forget who Peter Parker is in the film. So that's just the theory that I had. Doctor Strange is not just there because he's able to travel to different dimensions. Sam Raimi's directing the Doctor Strange sequel movie, by the way, and if you all remember, Sam Raimi directed the original Spider-Man trilogy. So that's why a lot of people are speculating that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are set to reprise their respective roles as Peter Parker Spider-Man in the third Spider-Man film. But like I mentioned in my last video, that theory is still unconfirmed. Sony's not outright denying that theory, but they didn't confirm it either. So that's going to remain like that for now. If you want to go ahead and check out that video, I posted it yesterday. It's up there for you to watch. I suggest you give it a look just to get more information about that. But anyways, what do you think about Matthew McConaughey possibly portraying the Green Goblin character and Norman Osborn? Do you think he should get the role? If not, who else do you think would be a great candidate to play as the Green Goblin and Norman Osborn? You let me know your thoughts down below, guys. I just wanted to share this with you all, and it's not going to be really a long one tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Tune in to my next live stream. I should be doing one later tonight, and if not, then I'll do one probably tomorrow. But with all that being said, guys, thank you all so much for watching once again, and I'll see you all in the next comic panel.